Hello boys, welcome back to another session of online biology video tutorials, and this session is meant for class 11th biology students, and this is for 30th July 2021. As we are all familiar that we are dealing with chapter number 4, Animal Kingdom, and in this we talked about the various bases or basic characteristics on which we have classified all the animals into different phyla. And we were discussing about phylum Mollusca in our previous session. In this session, we'll be talking about another important phylum, which is most evolved phylum among the invertebrates. That is phylum Echinodermata. Echinos means spiny, spines. Okay, thorns. Dermis means layer or skin, we can say. A skin that is having spines. So spiny skinned animals. We can call them as spiny skinned animals. And as you are seeing, the moment you hear the word Echinodermata, you must remember starfish. It's a starfish family, right? So grades of organization, if you see, as we said, we are placing this phylum under the highest category among the invertebrates. That means it has to be evolved one. And the evolution is displayed in the form of presence of organ system. That means there is digestive system, there is respiratory system, there is circulatory system, like this. So it is organ system. Remember, we started off with cell, okay, cellular system. Then we moved on to tissue level. Then we moved on to organ level. Then finally we came to organ systems. So that is the reason why Echinodermata, having the display of organ systems, considered as the most evolved among the invertebrates. And symmetry, adults are having radial symmetry, as you are seeing starfish 360 degrees, and larvae is bilateral symmetry. As you are seeing, the larvae will be bilateral. You can see three types of bilaterally symmetric larvae of starfish. So you can see vertically you can cut the animal into two exact halves when you cut the animal in a particular plane. Okay, that's why bilaterally symmetrical. What about the germinal layers? Since we are saying that this is the highest evolved, it has to be 3 layers. So triploblastic animals. Echinoderms are triploblastic, having outside ectoderm, inside endoderm layers. In between the ectoderm and mesoderm, endoderm, there is mesoderm. And all the 3 layers are present during embryonic stage. So we say triploblastic animals right from embryonic stage. And they are true coelomates. That's why we are saying these are the animals that are evolved most. And look at that. There is presence of a body cavity. There is guhe, cavity, coelom. Okay. And when we cut open the animal, we can see the presence of very prominent coelomic cavity. Look at that. This is all coelomic cavity, very prominent coelomic cavity. And this is how we take the section, horizontal section of starfish. And we can see all the developed features, including the tube feet, radial canal, ampulla, gonads, digestive glands. You see, it is not enough if there is only a digestive system. Associated with the digestive tract, there must be digestive glands. That's an indication, that's a sign of evolution. And where do you see them? Exclusively marine. They are sea animals. We find them in the oceans, sea, right? And digestive system, as I said just now, it is complete with ventral mouth. Look at that. Ventral side there is mouth, and dorsal side there is anus. So both mouth as well as anus are present. And look at the digestive tract. Intestine is there, stomach is there. Okay, so very well developed structures are seen in this. That's why we say digestive system is well developed and complete with the ventral mouth and dorsal anus, right? How about respiration? You have seen in many animals, unfortunately, there was no respiratory organs at all. At the most, skin was doing respiration. But here, you got gills. And most important feature of the echinoderms is well-developed water vascular system. So maybe this is giving a clue that in future it's going to be a combination of circulatory and respiratory system. That's what this indicates. You can see here the presence of water vascular system with canals. Okay, you can see the long tubes, presence of long tubes here. These are the canals, and centrally there is a controlling system. And of course, for locomotion there is tube feet, and the circulatory system it is open type. Okay, there's presence of blood all over, but still compared to vertebrates, this is not so developed because of this lack of evolution in circulatory. Still, it has not become closed. It is still open type. So there's a radial canal. Okay, there is presence of tube feet, the presence of water that is flowing, okay, water vascular system, and there is a big canal called ring canal, you can see here. So this is how the circulatory system is yet to develop. What about reproduction? They are dioecious. There is a male starfish and a female starfish, and it is external fertilization. That is the problem with this. If it is internal fertilization, there is surety. External fertilization, there are so many factors that will decide the very nature, very survival of the sperm, very survival of the egg. Even if sperm and egg, ovum, meets externally in the water, see, salinity of the water decides whether the sperm should be alive, whether the zygote should be alive, whether the ovum should be alive. The density of the water, the viscosity of the water, the surface tension of the water, the heat, so many factors. Hence, external fertilization involves always conditionalities. Development is indirect. Here still it is lacking. And ciliated free swimming larvae. Since there is a larvae, they are free swimming larvae. So you got the presence of gonads, you can see. Gonads, reproductive organs, sex organs, male and female sex organs. And there's presence of sieve plates. Here you can see presence of sieve plates, and the male and the female starfish, and the larva that is formed. What are the special characteristics of phylum Echinodermata? They have an endoskeleton of calcareous ossicles. So spiny, but that's why the name, very name, Echinodermata. So spiny, spines are present, and they are made up of calcium. And then this system, this very phylum, is famous for presence of water vascular system. This helps in locomotion, helps in respiration, that is osmoregulation. It captures and transport of food. So multi-use, multi-purpose use, this water vascular system. And excretory system is absent, and that is again a drawback in this. So most predominant feature of Echinodermata is presence of water vascular system. And at least some of the examples you must remember is starfish Asterias, then sea urchin Echinus, and Echinocardium. You must remember this Antidon sea lily, and brittle star Ophura, and sea cucumber. Sometimes he will ask you these names in the competitive exams. Cucumeria. Most of the time he will be asking you this sea cucumber, okay, and sea urchin. So to conclude, at a glance, what are the special characteristics? Grades of organization is organ system, radial symmetry, but larva is bilateral. 3 layers are there: ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm, so triploblastic. True body cavity is there, so true coelomates. They are exclusively marine, they are found in sea. The complete digestive system is complete: ventral mouth and dorsal anus. Respiratory system, skin and gills, and water vascular system is there, well developed one. Circulatory system is not yet developed, still it is open type, still it has to develop. Then reproduction dioecious, external fertilization, development is indirect, but the larvae is free swimming larvae. Body is covered with spines, which is made up of calcium, calcareous spicules, they are called ossicles. Water vascular system is maintaining many functions, it is a multi-purpose system, but drawback is excretory system